My journey into recovery began about 9 years ago through an introduction to a 12-step fellowship, which also led to a stay in residential treatment. At the time, I was a believer that the only way I could be in recovery, the only way anyone was truly in recovery, is if they were completely free of all drugs, including medications to treat addiction, buprenorphine, methadone. My belief was people who were using those medications as part of their recovery or treatment weren't truly in recovery. And I held that belief for some time. But as I walked this path of recovery and have had opportunities to meet families, meet mothers who have buried sons and daughters, fathers who have done the same, met children whose parents have died from drug overdoses. As I've listened to these stories and as I've considered my family's own story, which includes the deaths of my only siblings, both of my brothers, to drug overdoses, I've really begun to rethink my position and my philosophy. And part of that also included an effort to educate myself, to really come to understand how these medications are used. And really, in doing so, my opinion and my philosophy on them has completely changed, completely evolved. And today I am 180 degrees from where I once was. I can certainly say this about my family and about our experience with my brothers. Myself and my parents would much rather have my two dead brothers, Todd and Josh, alive today and on a medication, helping them stay on a path of recovery, than lying dead side by side in a graveyard. I absolutely wish we had known more about our options when it comes to addiction treatment. Imagine a mother and a father confused, watching their children spiral deeper and deeper into an active addiction, out of control. They're afraid, they're confused, they're at a loss. And what an option we missed in not fully taking advantage of at least an exploration of the use of medication. None of this is foolproof. None of this is a silver bullet. We know that, but we also know that medication most times gives patients with opioid use disorder their best chance at long-term recovery. So we knew a little bit about it when it came to Josh's experience, but we also didn't know at the time all of the other wraparound services, I would call them, that are necessary if we are to treat someone holistically. And the other thing I would say about this too is that this was 13 years ago. The addiction treatment system in general, I would say, has made significant strides in that time, especially given the opioid overdose death epidemic that we have seen across the nation. All of this is to say that the services available to individuals have increased and improved. Many of them really didn't exist at the time when my brothers were in the throes of their active addiction. So could we have used more information? Absolutely. Could we have used more services? Without a doubt.